Okay, this is Surveyworks. Surveyworks is a survey by the Rhode Island Department of Education. We had surveyed students, staff, teachers, and also families. And right now we have many families online right now. This is a family a parent workshop, or guardian workshop, to see what those voices said about our school. Okay, because perceptions drive behavior. My name is Dr. Anthony Francisco, Director of School Culture and Community Engagement. I'll wait for those answers. Who would you like to compare our students' answers to? Nationally, Urban Core, all schools, middle schools, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Okay, and I heard there was all schools. I had another one, Rhode Island. So let me see if there's anything in the chat box. All schools, Rhode Island, Rhode Island. Okay, so we'll go with Rhode Island and see what we're going to compare vamos a comparar nuestras respuestas con las respuestas de todos los estudiantes de Rhode Island. Muy bien. Okay, perfect. Esta columna is the change since spring of 2020. So, si hubo un cambio, porque cada año tomamos esta encuesta. So we take this the survey every year. So was there a change, and what was the change? Okay, so all right, very good. So it could either go down or it can go up. Puede ir hacia abajo o arriba. Okay. All right, let's go with the. I guess we'll go with the topic risk protective outcome. All right, and let's explore this one. So 71%. El riesgo y también los objetivos protectivos. How have the results changed over time? Let's see what this. Basically, it's been pretty stable from 72, 71, from 2017 all the way to 2021. But let's see what are we talking about here. All right, so these are the grades, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Okay, that responded. And it's just a breakdown. Okay, but what was the question here? First question: is there at least one teacher or adult in your school that you can talk to if you have a problem? ¿Hay por lo menos un maestro o otro adulto en la escuela con quien puedes hablar si tiene un problema? So 73% responded favorably. That went down from the spring of 2020. The next question is, in the event of a conflict or problem, how much do you trust that your school community will hear your side of the story and take it seriously? Si hay un conflicto o un problema, ¿cuánta confianza tiene el estudiante que la comunidad escolar va a escuchar su lado de la historia y tomar su lado en serio? So, 32%, respondieron favorablemente. So that went up 1%. So when we see the green, well, vemos verde and we have an arrow up, that's a good thing. During the past 12 months, have you ever been bullied on your school property? 93% responded favorably. That went up 17%. Next one. During the last 12 months, have you ever been electronically bullied? That count durante los últimos 12 meses has estado acosado o bullied en los últimos 12 meses through email, chat rooms, instant messaging, websites, or texting. A través del correo electrónico, los salones de chat, los mensajes instantáneos, website, las páginas de internet o por texto. 89% respondieron, 89% responded favorably, and that went up from spring of 2020. During the past 12 months, did you ever feel sad or hopeless almost every day for 2 weeks or more in a row that you stopped doing some usual activities? Durante los últimos 12 meses. Now, when we say last 12 months. Remember when we took this? This was last. This is the last time we took it, not now. Okay, so not the last 12 months starting from today. Um, uh, did you ever feel sad or hopeless? ¿Has sentido triste o sin esperanza casi todos los días por 2 semanas o más, donde te afectó para llevar a cabo las actividades usuales? So 57% responded favorably. 57% respondieron favorablemente. That went down from spring of 2020. And we're getting to the last 3 questions. During the last 12 months, how many times did someone you were dating or going out with physically hurt you on purpose? Count such things as being hit. Someone's coming in. Stand by. Okay, if you're just joining us, this is a family workshop on the Surveyworks, the state survey that all of our students had an opportunity to take, our staff and administration, and also families. And we're just we're focusing on the student voice, and we're at the last 3 questions. During the past 12 months, how many times did someone you were dating, this is what we're talking about here, physically hurt you? Durante los últimos 12 meses, ¿cuántas veces una persona con quien estaba saliendo, o sea, como entre novios, físicamente te hizo daño a propósito? 83% responded favorably. That went down. Eso bajó 6. Why have you been absent from school? ¿Por qué has estado ausente de la escuela? This was unscored, probably unscored because the question didn't have enough students. Esto no recibió una calificación porque a lo mejor no respondieron a esta pregunta. What do you think you will do after you finish high school? ¿Qué cree que usted hará después de la escuela secundaria? Okay. Ellos no están en high school, posiblemente no respondieron a esa pregunta tampoco. All right. So because they don't, the students are in middle school, they probably didn't answer this question because they're not in high school. All right. Let me see if there are any comments or questions here. Okay, very good. All right, we'll continue here. Next. All right, school belonging. How have the results changed over time since 2018? Look at 2018 goes down. 2019 stays the same. 2020, okay. Spring 2021. So school belonging. Remember, we were on distance learning for a good part of last year too. So, all right. So how do these results compare to the state? So here's our result. Aquí está los resultados de nosotros. Aquí Rhode Island averaged 34%. Here's the average for Rhode Island. Okay, aquí está el promedio de Rhode Island. So we're not that far. Okay. How did different groups respond? Okay, so at sexto grado, octavo grado, all right. And we'll go down to the question. How much respect do students in your school show each other? 41% responded. ¿Cuánto respeto tienen los estudiantes en la escuela hacia cada uno? So this actually went up 19 percentage points, higher than the result from the same question back in 2020. Esto subió 19 puntos. How well do people at your school understand you as a person? ¿Cuán profundo conocen la gente, te conocen la gente en la escuela? So, 22% respondieron favorablemente, 8% bajaron 8 puntos. How connected do you feel to the adults at your school? ¿Cuán conectado se siente con los adultos en la escuela? 18% respondieron favorablemente. That went down. Bajó 2 puntos. How much do you matter to others at this school? Uh, ¿Cuán significante eres para los demás en la escuela? 20% respondieron de manera favorable. That went down, bajó 15 puntos. Okay. Overall, how much do you feel like you belong at your school? Generalmente hablando, ¿se siente que usted pertenece a la escuela? 36% respondieron positivamente. That went down, bajó 9 puntos. That went down 9 points. All right, talking about school climate now. School climate from 2017, there was a dip back in 2019, and then it went back up to 46%. Hubo un declive aquí, pero subió de nuevo a 46%. Okay. How do we, ¿cómo nosotros nos comparemos con las escuelas en el estado de Rhode Island? So Rhode Island is 50% average, 50% responding favorably. We're at 46, so it's pretty close. No hay una gran diferencia entre nosotros y el estado. Here's the breakdown. 53% sixth graders, 8% 36 responded, and then 49%. Okay. Down here, how did students respond to each question? Okay, la primera pregunta, how positive or negative is the energy of the school? ¿Cuán positivo o negativo es la energía en la escuela? 52% respondieron positivamente. That went up 11 points from last year, the last time they took it. How pleasant or unpleasant is the physical space at your school? ¿Cuán agradable o no agradable es el espacio físico en la escuela? 46%. 46% positivamente respondieron. That went down. Bajó 3 puntos. How fair or unfair are the rules for the students at the school? ¿Cuán justo o injusto son las reglas para las escuelas en esta escuela? 54% respondieron positivamente. That actually went up. Eso subió 8 puntos. At your school, how much does the behavior of other students hurt or help your learning? En la escuela, el comportamiento de los demás te hace daño o te ayuda con el aprendizaje. So 19% responded favorably. That went down from the last time, 2 percentage points. How often do your teachers seem excited to be teaching your classes? ¿Se sienten emocionados los profesores para enseñar en la clase? 59% respondieron positivamente. That actually went up 21 points from spring. Okay, so we'll go. Let me see if there are any questions or comments. Off to work, will you send the recording? Thank you, Dr. Francisco. Yes, I can send that to you. If you'd be so kind, and well, she probably left already. But if you're still listening, Catherine, just send me an email. You can send me an email to franciscoa@psdri.net. Okay. All right. Oops, sorry about that. All right, let's continue to the next one. All right, school engagement. Cuán involucrado son los estudiantes. So, aquí en 2017 vemos un declive de 32 y va bajando, subió un poquito, pero entonces bajó generalmente hablando, 25%. So how do we compare? ¿Cómo nos comparemos con el estado? So Rhode Island is 25% we also here 25%. So estamos justamente en línea con el estado. Okay. Aquí están las preguntas. ¿Cómo respondieron? How excited are you about going to your classes? ¿Cómo se sienten? ¿Se sienten emocionados para ir a la escuela, a las clases? Aquí dice que 23%, 23% positively responded, and then it went down, actually 1%. In your classes, how eager are you to participate? En las clases, ¿cómo se siente para participar? 26% respondieron bien, 4% bajó. So we have 26% that was actually down 4 percentage points. How often do you get so focused on activities in your classes that you lose track of time? ¿Cuán a menudo está tan enfocado en las actividades de tus clases que pierde el concepto de tiempo? So 27% responded favorably. That actually went down 8 percentage points. When you're not in school, how often do you talk about ideas from your classes? Cuando no está en la escuela, ¿cuán a menudo hablas sobre las ideas de las clases? 13%, 13% respondieron positivamente, eso bajó 5 puntos. Overall, how interested are you in your classes? 35% respondieron positivamente, subió un punto. Let me just see if there are any questions or comments. All right, very good. All right, let's continue. All right, school rigorous expectations. Las expectativas escolares sobre el rigor. Okay, so from 2017 to 2021 looks like a pretty, doesn't really change much. Okay, so we compare our school with the state's at 63% positivity, and our response at 66. So I think that's the first time I saw that, but all right. So, así que, how often do your teachers take time to make sure you understand the material? ¿Cuán a menudo los maestros toman el tiempo para asegurar de que entiendes la materia, la información? 75% favorable response, 75%. That actually went up 11 points, subió 11%. How often do your teachers make you explain your answers? ¿Cuán a menudo los maestros te hace explicar las respuestas? So 60% answered favorably. That went down 3 points, bajó 3 puntos. How much do your teachers encourage you to do your best? ¿Cuántas veces los maestros le dan ánimo para que hagan lo mejor? 74% responded favorably. That's 3 percentage points up. Overall, how high are your teachers' expectations of you? En cuanto a las expectativas, ¿cuán altas son las expectativas? Dicen 58% contestaron de manera positivamente. Eso bajó 10 puntos. That went down 10 points. When you feel like giving up on a task, how likely is it that your teachers will make you keep trying? Cuando piensas en la dificultad de la asignatura o la tarea, ¿cuántas ¿cuál es la probabilidad de que los maestros te van a instar que siga trabajando, que siga tratando? Well, 62% favorable response, 62% positivo, eso subió 2 puntos, went up two points. Let me just see who's, all right. Not sure, did you want to keep on going with the students? We're probably almost done. We can continue with the students, or would you like to change to parents or staff? Any comments on that? Any guidance on that from you? No sé si ustedes quieren seguir con los estudiantes o quiere cambiar el tema de a los padres o la voz de los profesores. I'll just wait a few seconds. All right, sounds like no answer there, so I'll continue. All right, so school safety. Esto es la seguridad escolar, percepción de los estudiantes en cuanto a this is about their perceptions of physical and psychological safety at the school. Estos son las percepciones de la seguridad física, tanto física como psicológicamente hablando. Wow, this changes a lot. Okay, so in the spring of 2017, en la primavera, 41% responded positively. Entonces aumentó la percepción de seguridad. So it looks like there was a small decrease, but then it went up. So it's subió la percepción de seguridad. So the perception of security went up. When we compare our results with the state, so Rhode Island 69%, in Rhode Island 69%, the result here at our schools is 66%. Not much of a difference. No hay una gran diferencia entre nosotros y el estado. All right. So, how often are people disrespectful to others at your school? ¿Cuán a menudo son la gente irrespetuosa hacia los demás en la escuela? 50% respondieron positivamente. That went up actually 35%. Subió 35%. If a student is bullied in a school, how difficult is it for him or her to get help from an adult? Si un estudiante experimenta el acoso o bullying, cuán difícil es para él o ella recibir ayuda de un adulto. 59% respondieron positivamente, 59% responded favorably. That went up 4 points. Cuán likely, how likely, Spanish and English, how likely is it that someone from your school will bully you online? ¿Cuán probable es que alguien de la escuela le acosará? O sea, experimentará bullying. 69% responded favorably. 69% respondieron favorablemente. That's 3% percentage points is up. How often do you worry about violence at your school? ¿Cuán a menudo te preocupas de la violencia en la escuela? 70% respondieron positivamente. So 70% responded favorably. That was up 11 percentage points. At your school, how unfairly do the adults treat the students? En la escuela, cuán justo son los adultos en el trato con los estudiantes. So 78% responded favorably, 78% respondieron positivamente. That went up 23 points, subió 23 puntos. How often do students get into physical fights at your school? ¿Cuán a menudo entrarán los estudiantes en las peleas físicas en la escuela? 68% responded favorably, 68% responded favorably, 68% respondieron positivamente. Eso subió 32 puntos. That went up 32 points. Okay, so the next one. Talking about school teacher to student relationships. Okay, if you're just joining us, we're going over the Surveyworks data. If you're just joining us, we're going over the Surveyworks data. Everyone had the opportunity to take the Surveyworks data from the Rhode Island Department of Education, and it takes into account student voice. It takes into account student voice, staff, teachers, and personnel, and also the family's voice. So we're just examining right now the student voice. Esta encuesta fue una encuesta del Estado de Rhode Island, Departamento de Educación de Rhode Island, RIDE, tomando en cuenta la voz de los estudiantes, los profesionales en la escuela y también las familiares, ustedes. So we're looking right now at school teacher-student relationships. Vamos a enfocarnos en las relaciones entre los estudiantes y los maestros. So looking back at 2017 all the way up to 2020, the spring of 2021, we see not too much of a change from 51 to 54. There was a slight dip. No hubo un cambio drástico entre los años. So how do we compare? ¿Cómo nos comparemos con? ¿Cómo se puede comparar con los demás en Rhode Island? Very close. Está muy cerca. 52% del estado, so you got 52% in Rhode Island answering favorably, and 54% here at Jenks. So a little higher. All right. So how respectful are your teachers towards you? ¿Cuán respetuosos son los profesores hacia ti? 81% responded positively. That actually went up 12%. If you walked into class upset, how concerned would your teachers be? Si tú entras en una clase y estás emocionado, ¿cuán preocupado estarían los maestros? 45% respondieron positivamente. I don't know why. No sé por qué hay 0 aquí. Bueno, quizá no hubo un cambio, ¿verdad? Maybe there wasn't even a change, right? Well, it says 54 here and then 48. All right, well, maybe just that one question, there wasn't a change. So that was the same exact response from 2020. Okay, that explains that. Esta pregunta en sí no cambió. Eso se quedó igual. All right, when your teachers ask, how are you? How often do you feel that your teachers really want to know your answers? Cuando tus maestros te preguntan, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cuán a menudo se siente... ¿Cuán a menudo te sientes que tus maestros en verdad quieren saber la respuesta? So, 44% favorably, 44% aquí, y eso, so that went up actually 7 points. That's good. 7 puntos subió. How excited would you be to have your teachers again? ¿Cuán emocionado estarías para tener tus mismos maestros otra vez? So 46% responded favorably, 46% respondieron de manera positiva. That actually went up 6%. Eso subió 6 puntos. All right. I'm going to go to the see the chat box. Does anyone have any questions there? You can take your mic off if you have any questions. Pueden quitar su micrófono si tiene que pregunta. Okay, we're going to go into the social emotional learning. Ahora vamos a entrar en el aprendizaje social emocional. So how has this changed from spring 2019 to 2021? 52%, really not much of a change, just 1%. How do we compare? Um, right. ¿Cómo nos compararemos con los demás de Rhode Island? So Rhode Island is at 55% positivity rate, and then I was at 51. Not too much of a difference there. All right. How much has stress interfered with your ability to participate in school in the last 30 days? Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Adelante. Okay, I thought there was a question there. All right. Well, how much stress interfered with your ability to participate in school in the last 30 days? En los últimos 30 días, ¿cómo te ha afectado el estrés y tu capacidad para participar en la escuela? So 43% responded favorably. That went down 5%. How much has stress interfered with your activities outside of school in the last 30 days? En cuanto a las actividades fuera de la escuela, ¿qué rol ha tenido el estrés para interferir en las actividades? 46% responded positively, 46%, that went down 8%, bajó 8 puntos. Is there an adult you can talk to outside of school when you have a problem? ¿Hay un adulto con quien puede hablar fuera de la escuela cuando tienes un problema? 81%. 31% respondieron positivamente. That actually went down 3%. Eso bajó 3 puntos. If you fail to reach an important goal, how likely are you to try again? Si fracasas en obtener un objetivo importante, ¿cuál es la probabilidad que tú tratarás de nuevo? 51% responded favorably. That went down 8%. Eso bajó 8 puntos. When you're working on a project that matters a lot to you, how focused can you stay when there are lots of distractions? Cuando estás trabajando en un proyecto que significa mucho para ti, ¿cuán enfocado puedes estar cuando hay muchas distracciones? So 44 responded favorably, 44 respondieron positivamente, eso bajó 4 puntos. If you have a problem while working towards an important goal, how well can you keep working? Si está trabajando para resolver un problema, perdón, si tienes un problema mientras estás tratando de llevar a cabo un objetivo importante, puedes mantenerte trabajando. 46% responded favorably. That went down 3 points. 46 puntos. Porcentaje bajó 3 puntos. How often do you come prepared to class? ¿Cuán a menudo vienes preparado a la clase? 65% respondieron positivamente. 65% responded favorably. That went up 11 points. Subió 11 puntos. How often do you remain calm, even if someone's bothering you or saying something bad? ¿Cuán a menudo puedes mantenerte tranquilo aun cuando una persona te está molestando o te está diciendo algo malo? 40% responded favorably, and that went up 5%. Eso subió 5 puntos. How much respect do students in your school show each other? ¿Cuánto respeto tienen los estudiantes en la escuela hacia cada uno? 41% respondieron positivamente. 41% responded favorably. That actually went up 19 points. Okay. See if yo voy a leer. I'm going to read the chat. See if there's anything in the chat box. Any questions on that? Or any comments? Okay. Yo voy a seguir. Esto se trata de las iniciativas estatales. This deals with the state initiatives, okay? How has this changed? Really hasn't changed much, just 1%, solamente un punto. How do we compare? ¿Cómo compararemos con las demás escuelas? So 46%, 47% in Rhode Island. Really not much of a difference, almost the same. Somos casi iguales al estado. How much do you think missing at least 2 days of school a month impacts a student's chance of graduating high school? Um, Faltando 2 días la escuela mensuales, ¿cómo tú crees que le impacta la, la probabilidad de que te vas a graduar? So, 39% responded favorably, 39%, y esto subió 5 puntos. That went up 5 points. How often do you talk about college in class? ¿Cuán a menudo hablas sobre la universidad en la clase? 11% respondieron. 11%, and that went down 3 points. Eso bajó 3 puntos. How often do you talk about jobs and careers in class? ¿Cuán a menudo hablas sobre los trabajos y las carreras en clase? So 20% responded favorably, 20%, y eso bajó 2 puntos. That went down 2%. Which of the following activities are you interested in? That wasn't scored. During the past 12 months, have you seen another student with a weapon like a gun, knife, or club at this school? Durante los últimos 12 meses, ¿has visto un estudiante con un arma como una pistola, un cuchillo o un palo en la escuela? 98% respondieron positivamente. That went, eso subió 10 puntos. So 98%, and that went up 10 points. During the past 12 months, have you been in a physical fight on school property? 95% responded favorably. 95% respondieron favorablemente. That went up 13 points. Subió 13 puntos. How happy are you with how much time you spend in specials or enrichment? That means art, music, physical education classes. ¿Cuán feliz estás para de compartir tu tiempo en las clases especial, o sea, las clases para enriquecimiento? Por ejemplo, el arte, la música, educación física. 44% respondieron favorablemente. My school encourages me to take challenging courses. Mi escuela me da ánimo para tomar cursos más difíciles. 31%. So 31% favorably, went down 1%. Eso bajó 1%. Do you know that Rhode Island state law allows Rhode Island residents who are U.S. citizens to pre-register to vote age 16? ¿Sabes que las leyes estatales de Rhode Island le permite que los residentes de Rhode Island que son ciudadanos estadounidenses para inscribirse para votar a la edad de 16 años? 27% respondieron positivamente. Okay, now let me see if there are any questions here. We continue. All right, so we're basically going to finish up. We'll finish up soon. Okay, it's almost 11 o'clock. I respect your time. We can continue on the students. Is that okay, or should we go to parents and teachers? No sé si está bien, si podemos seguir con el próximo tema de la voz de los estudiantes. That's valorizando la escuela. That's valuing of school. See if anyone's there. Okay, we'll continue. All right. So, valuing school from 2017 to 2021, there's an overall decline in valuing of school from 59 to 43%. So, so we had 516 responses. That's pretty much a good response rate. How does that compare to the state? The state is 46%. ¿Cómo nos compararemos con las escuelas públicas del estado? El estado está en 46%. We're at, estamos en 43%. No es una gran diferencia. How interesting do you find the things you learn in your classes? ¿Cuán interesante tú hallas las cosas en las clases interesantes? So 29% responded favorably. That went down 2%. Eso bajó 2%. 2%, perdón. How useful do you think school will be to you in the future? ¿Cuán útil tú crees que la escuela será para ti en el futuro? So 53%, 53% respondieron favorablemente. That went down 9%, bajó 9 puntos. How important is it to you to do well in your classes? ¿Cuán importante es para que hagas lo mejor en las clases? 79%, 79%, and then that went down 6 percentage points. How much do you see yourself as someone who appreciates school? ¿Cómo te ves a sí mismo? Como una persona que aprecia la escuela. So 35%. Estamos en 35% ahí. Eso bajó 7 puntos. That went down 7%. How often do you use ideas from school in your daily life? ¿Cuán a menudo usas las ideas de la escuela en su diario vivir? 17%. 17% respondieron favorablemente. That went down 6%. All right. And so that is the student voice. Okay. It is 11 o'clock. I think we went over, I mean, we could easily actually, as you can see, if we went over all of the questions for the staff, that would take probably an hour. And then we went over the questions for the families, that would take probably another hour. But you did want to see what the student's voice was. Como ustedes vieron que cada segmento de los estudiantes, cada segmento toma una hora. Nosotros nos enfocamos en la voz de los estudiantes, pero eso no, también si nos enfocamos en la voz de los profesores, también el personal, pues nos puede tomar una hora, igual a los padres. Okay, so we could only focus really in this segment only on one voice. So I think we'll end it there. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. If you didn't want to ask the question or make a comment here, you can also email me, franciscoa@psdri.net. Si ustedes quieren hacerme una pregunta, un comentario, pues también, y no quieren hacerlo aquí en este foro, pues me puede enviar un mensaje por correo electrónico, okay? A franciscoa@psdri.net. All right, that's all I have. Well, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Dr. Francisco, Director of School Culture and Community Engagement at Jenks Middle School. Thanks for joining us, and we'll have another segment at 5:30 this evening, and we'll leave it up to the parents who join, who they would like to hear, what voice they would like to hear. All right, I do have an announcement about a conference. We have a parent-teacher conference on December 16th. We encourage you to look for an email or a text from your teachers and schedule a time to meet. All right. We're also thinking about here at the school a movie event. We'll watch Shang-Chi based on the student survey, and that will be in December. And so, yes, thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions or comments, you can always contact me, all right? All right, y'all have a good rest of the week, a happy Thanksgiving. Que tengan un buen día de acción de gracias. Don't eat too much. All right. Don't eat too much turkey. It'll make you sleepy. No coman demasiado pavo. Te hace acostar fácilmente. Thank you. Thank you, Dalia. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you for joining me. Have a good rest of the afternoon. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye, everyone.